Welcome to our deep dive into the judicial review powers and limitations concerning administrative tribunals. In this video, we'll explore how courts oversee tribunal decisions, the boundaries of this oversight, and the key exceptions that shape the landscape. Understanding these principles is crucial for anyone interested in administrative law or the checks and balances within our legal system. Let's begin by setting the stage with what judicial review means in the context of administrative tribunals and why it's such an essential part of upholding justice and fairness. Judicial review is the authority of courts to examine the actions and decisions of administrative tribunals. This power ensures that tribunals do not exceed their jurisdiction or violate legal principles. The courts act as a safeguard, making sure that administrative bodies remain within the bounds of the law and respect the rights of individuals. This oversight is not just a formality, it's a vital mechanism to prevent misuse of power and to maintain public confidence in the justice system. Administrative tribunals are specialized bodies created to resolve specific types of disputes, often related to public administration. However, their decisions are not immune from judicial scrutiny. Courts can review tribunal decisions to ensure they comply with the law and do not infringe upon fundamental rights. This balance allows tribunals to function efficiently while still being held accountable for their actions, as seen in landmark cases like A.K. Bera v. Union of India. Case of A.K. Bera v. Union of India, 2010, 11 SCC 322 is a significant example of judicial review in action. In this case, the Supreme Court reaffirmed that while tribunals have expertise in their domains, their decisions can still be reviewed by higher courts to ensure they do not overstep their jurisdiction or violate legal principles. This case highlights the ongoing dialogue between tribunals and the judiciary, ensuring that justice is not only done but seen to be done. An important principle in judicial review is the exhaustion of alternate remedies. This means that before approaching a higher court, parties are generally expected to use all available remedies within the tribunal system. However, this is not a strict constitutional requirement under Article 226. Instead, it's a self-imposed restraint by the courts, designed to ensure that the tribunal process is respected and not bypassed unnecessarily. Article 226 of the Constitution empowers high courts to issue certain writs for the enforcement of rights. There is no absolute constitutional bar preventing courts from intervening even if alternate remedies exist. However, courts often exercise self-restraint, choosing to intervene only in exceptional circumstances. This approach maintains a balance between respecting tribunal processes and protecting individual rights. There are notable exceptions where courts will intervene even if alternate remedies have not been exhausted. These include cases involving the enforcement of fundamental rights, violations of the principles of natural justice, or when an order is challenged for being without jurisdiction or ultra vires the act. These exceptions ensure that critical legal protections are not delayed or denied due to procedural technicalities. Landmark case of Whirlpool Corporation v. Registrar of Trademarks, Mumbai 1998, 8 SCC 1, clarified the exceptions to the rule of exhausting alternate remedies. The Supreme Court held that in cases involving fundamental rights, natural justice, or jurisdictional errors, courts can directly intervene. This precedent has guided judicial review practices and reinforced the importance of protecting essential legal rights. Section 20 of the Administrative Tribunal Act addresses the issue of alternate remedies. It states that there is no absolute embargo on tribunals entertaining applications even when alternate remedies exist. This provision ensures that tribunals retain some flexibility in hearing cases, especially when justice demands immediate attention or when other remedies are inadequate. The case of State of Maharashtra v. Dandaram, Maine, 2015, 4 MHLJ 791 BOM, the court reiterated that tribunals are not strictly barred from hearing applications where alternate remedies exist. This case further solidifies the principle that the pursuit of justice sometimes requires flexibility and a case-by-case approach, rather than rigid adherence to procedural rules. When it comes to delay, the general rule is that limitation periods must be applied strictly. This means that parties must file their applications within the prescribed time limits. The rationale is to ensure certainty and finality in legal proceedings, preventing undue delays and backlog in the justice system. However, there are circumstances where delays can be condoned, provided certain conditions are met. Donation of delay is possible if the party provides a proper explanation for the delay and there is no evidence of malified intent. Courts may also consider whether there is a continuing cause of action or if condoning the delay serves the interest of justice. These criteria ensure that genuine cases are not dismissed on technical grounds while still discouraging unnecessary delays. Key requirement for condoning delay is a proper and satisfactory explanation from the party seeking relief. The courts look for genuine reasons that prevented timely action, such as unavoidable circumstances or honest mistakes. This approach ensures that the justice system remains fair and accessible, without encouraging laxity or indifference to legal timelines. Another important criterion is that there should be no malified intent attributed to the conduct of the party seeking condonation. The courts are vigilant in ensuring that the delay is not a result of deliberate wrongdoing or an attempt to misuse the legal process. This safeguard maintains the integrity of the judicial system and deters abuse. Sometimes, a delay may be excused if there is a continuing cause of action. This means that the issue at hand is ongoing and the right to seek relief persists over time. Courts recognize that in such cases, strict adherence to limitation periods may not serve the interests of justice, especially when the underlying problem has not been resolved. Ultimately, the courts have the discretion to condone delay if it serves the broader interest of justice. This principle allows for flexibility and compassion in the legal process, ensuring that deserving cases are heard and decided on their merits, rather than being dismissed on technicalities. The interest of justice remains the guiding star in all judicial decisions regarding delay. Summary: the judicial review of administrative tribunals is a nuanced process, balancing the need for procedural rules with the imperative of justice. While there are limitations and requirements like exhaustion of alternate remedies and strict limitation periods, exceptions and judicial discretion ensure that fairness prevails. Understanding these principles, we appreciate the delicate balance our legal system maintains between efficiency and equity.